If not for a $25,000 bet, movies or motion pictures may not exist today. Okay, well, virtually every serious historian who's looked into the matter will tell you there was no bet. But legend has it, a country gentleman by the name of Leland Stanford, who had a serious passion for horses and horse racing, got into an argument with his buddies about whether or not all four legs of a horse came off the ground during any point in a gallop. Pretty common debate among horse owners, if you ask me. But Leland was a pretty headstrong guy, and with his reputation on the line, he set out to prove he was right. So he called this photographer Edward Muybridge. Oh wait, he called this photographic artist Edward Muybridge, because that's what this guy preferred his title to be. You can tell from that statement he was a little off. In fact, he later killed a guy who slept with his wife and was acquitted on the grounds of justifiable homicide. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. Leland asked this photographic artist, Edward, to help him settle a bet. Edward agreed, and on June 11th of 1878, Edward lined up 12 cameras on the side of a racetrack and took 12 photos in a row of a horse galloping. After reviewing the photos, it turned out old Leland was right, and all four of the horse's legs had left the ground all at once during a gallop. Leland had won the bet, but more importantly, he'd stumbled upon something really cool. If you take a picture, one right after the other, it can create the illusion of movement. That eccentric photographer also wore the hat of an inventor and created something called a zoopraxiscope. This device was a disc that had still images on it, one silhouetted picture right after another. When the disc spun, patrons looked through the viewfinder to see a moving image. So this sort of weird guy, Edward Muybridge, became the father of moving pictures. Later on, in 1879, Thomas Edison got wind of the idea and wanted to advance it. So Edison asked his company photographer, William Dickinson, to expand on the idea of moving silhouettes. William came up with the kinetoscope. The kinetoscope used real pictures, but see, people wanted to enjoy movies with other people, and the kinetoscope only let one person view at a time. So this German dude named Ottermann Ontwich fixed that, and he figured out how to project the image so lots of people would see it all at once. Once all this stuff was figured out and the camera had gotten a much faster shutter speed, making movies look more seamless, these two French dudes named Auguste and Louis Lumiere started the first movie theater. Movies didn't stop there. They added sound, then color, 3D, and even smell-o-vision. Movies have evolved with the times, and I expect them to continue to do so. I'm Kelly Mackey, and that was a brief history of moving pictures.